Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. It's good. Oh, I fixed it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, can you grab this? Thank you.
Picasso.
Where's your green one? Where's your green one?
I didn't wear the green one today. Mm-hmm. Spare no expense. Oh,
In the signature, that's the tally. If you wanted to read out the votes. Not necessarily, but you have to certify it. Certify the winners.
Be late for a meeting.
We both on my graphic team now.
Stupid thing. No.
Embrace your daughters.
I've been playing this, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. It hit me right here. Right there.
I've never seen my so proud.
I got the Boy Scout club, did you get it? Oh, you should.
Mayor, I'll put it on the screen too. The tally. I can find it. Yeah, I'll put it on the screen too. So y'all can see it.
Well, here.
Yeah. You can just say that you had some were submitted via email.
He didn't even know.
I was doing this for you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's do this for you. Just one last go with the payment. There you go.
Take it. Charge it. Turn around. Some point I kicked it out. It's been sitting out.
I can watch you. Yeah.
I need to run out of time.
He didn't wear his though.
Are you having trouble seeing where the steering wheel is?
Seeing we have a quorum, I will call to order the City of Kema City Council and Kema Public Facilities Corporation regular council meeting on May 6, 2026 at 4 p.m. First thing on our agenda is the pledges.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Next on the agenda is a moment of silence. And next on the agenda is the invitation to address council. And first on the list is Shalia Thorne.
Thank you, council, staff, members of the public. I am humbled and honored to have been selected to serve citizens of Kingman. And I take that seriously and with the mandate of the things that I stood for, like transparency, fiscal responsibility. I want to thank the members of the council that are departing because you served well and we've always just made a different decision as we move forward. Again, I thank you for your service and your time because it is public service. You volunteer your time and your talents and it is much appreciated. I also want to thank my opponent who ran a campaign. And I'd like to talk about perception because now Pima has the perception of being an upright city when it comes to elections. This is in the last few years, perfectly clean running campaign, and I hope to keep that going forward. I'd like to talk the last thing on the resolution to approve the expenditures of funds not to exceed $50,000. I am well aware that it is within state code, when anything under $50,000 can be done, especially when we're talking about professional services. There is absolutely no requirement for putting it out for bid because it is professional services. I would ask that the council consider in light of what the voters have asked for, transparency and openness, that this is not just piecemeal to run up a bill that is actually allotted for, budgeted for, and those funds expended towards it. For instance, City of Bryan spent over $75,000 to get certified. So I would hope that we are not going to piecemeal this, 50 here, 50 there, because while again, because of professional service, you don't have to go out for bid or qualification. It just leaves this space if it starts climbing up and we're just using the general fund as a slush fund. Because the general fund, just like KCP fund is not a slush fund, the general fund is not a slush fund, that reserve that we have. Thank you very much, and again, thank you for your service.
Next is Dee Dee McClammer.
I got here early and seemed to take care of my business before I did, so I'll just tell y'all what I had to say. First of all, I don't know anything about politics. I'm not politically correct in any way. And I just want to say that I think we need a public information officer because a lot of what goes on Kima is innuendos, falsehoods, accusations, and not the true information. People have a AI newspaper here. It took me a few times reading it to realize it wasn't a journalist that wrote it, he or she or they or, just it's crazy stuff. And we need a person that we can call and say, what is going on in Kima? I have a new council member, and I looked him up. He has no. Is he a felon? Is he anything other than? There's nothing, no bio on him. Is he okay to handle money? Do I want him to run my city? I don't know. Mr. Moore, it was my understanding that he got on the ballot and then he decided he didn't want to run. And then all this information, I started looking up information, and I can't find anything. But I did find that he's a spy novelist, and he's an independent publisher. So this might be an opportunity to write a sitcom about Kima politics. Because this is the craziest place I've ever been, where people don't even respect each other. If you step on somebody's foot, you say you're sorry, and you don't take innuendos and make them truths. And you don't take an AI paper where people are reading it, they're new citizens. So all I'm asking is that get some education. I just talked to Robert, even though he makes the best dirty rice, better than any coon that's ever been done. He, told him, I said, why didn't you send a letter out? I need a script to tell me what this means. First of all, I didn't know the rules have changed, where you have to put, this is gonna increase your taxes. So right there, my head blew off. It's like, do I want this one or do I not want this? And I said, just wanted you to educate us and let us know. If the bond passes, what does that mean? If it doesn't pass, what does that mean? And to me, I'm on a fixed income. Yes, it matters. $50 here, $100 here, $10 here, it adds up. So all I'm saying is that the people on this board I respect. They certainly don't agree with each other. And I also know that our mayor has 3 jobs that I'm sure of. And I have asked her 3 times to please write something about this. And she goes, I'm not getting in the quagmire of Facebook and social media. And so I've asked Isaac to say something. If there's some history here, like what happened with Daniel, all that needs to be brought to light. Because there's just too many quiet agendas, secret agendas, and a lot of meanness. And I just think we need to make it clear. I mean, can anybody tell me about Mr. Moore? Oh, I guess you can't talk.
Yeah, we cannot answer you tonight, Dee Dee.
Maybe after school. Okay. Well, that's all. I just think that we need a community PR relations person. And, and I just found out that we're hiring one, so much for my speech. Anyway, let's try kinder and gentler nation, please.
Next is Cheryl Gonzalez.
Oh, yes, as far as the election, I'm thankful the people of Kima have dodged a $100 million bullet. Is it a convention center? Is it a children's sports complex? Is it ATV basketball courts? I have no idea, but we dodged it when we voted against the $6 million. That was so we could get some water and sewer so we could build a $100 million convention center. It's had a lot of different names. Okay, the second is the $5 million road that Meritage, by all rights, should have paid for, and that was back on us. We scooted past that with a $5 million bond issue. Get this, we're still responsible for that $5 million. That was a mistake. That should never have been brought back to us. The developer of that development should have stood the cost of that $5 million. There are only 600 people in Kima, residents that I know of, who are even taxpayers, maybe not even that many. I don't have a calculator that can divide 5 million by 600 people, or even 100 million by 600 people. And the next 5 million is for that slag heap that was dredged out of the Houston Ship Channel, stuff that's fallen down in there. I'm from oil and gas country. Has anybody tested that for heavy metals of any kind? Does anybody remember Love Canal? Children got sick, children died, and mothers were losing their babies. They say in the farm, harlots, they're throwing out the calf or their cow or their horse, their colt, because they couldn't bring the babies to term because the place was that stuff was just oozing up out of the ground. All kinds of stuff that they had back there in New York. Has anybody even looked at any tests at all about that hill? That's my question. Thank you.
Matt Wiggins.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to speak on our hidden project. I sent this to me February 20th, 2024. And probably presented to you all or something. So anyway, I made a number of record requests and open the state and from the city. I've got no documents on the sports facility. I find it interesting that the building of the project a few years ago was 35 million, and the one that we have now is 70 million. At least that's what was circulated around. So, to the extent that you don't have to put that in the bond, you just lay it with it. The monthly payment on that would be $375,000 a month, which is more than our city brings in. And we've got to get a control over what we can actually report on this thing. The fact that it's been totally hidden, no records, no copies of checks, I've asked for all of it. And no, it's funneled through the water units, which I think is a felony for the water. Coco Partners does not work for free. I hired them myself over 3 decades. And I've had them work for the city for quite a while. We've asked to know how much y'all spent, and they'll probably come up with the answers. So until something, the more information is shared, I think I need to just tell you everything, or put a few ideas about how this thing works. Our sportsplex mainly operates on weekends. If you've been around Kima on the weekend, you'll notice that all the hotels are full. So we're gonna fill up hotels in League City, LaFord, probably all over the Pearland. Every weekend, we're full. So there are parts of that sportsplex I think would be great for our town, and parts of it not just not. Especially the numbers that I've read that they're gonna lease the property to the city for $1. $1. $70 million. Got an interesting text a few minutes ago from Isaac. He said, F you. He said, F you.
Matt, your time is
He has
up.
he's not figured out how to spend it.
Your time is up. We also had some comments sent in via email that were requested to be read tonight, so I will do that at this time. Carmen Burns, she's writing in about item number 11B. I am a resident of Kima, Texas, residing at 575 Morningtide Lane, Kima, Texas. Although I am unable to attend the city council meeting in person tomorrow, I respectfully request that the following comment be reviewed. I request that the vote authorizing an expenditure of $50,000 for third-party legal and financial reviews as next steps in the path forward for the city center be delayed until the new council members have been sworn in and the outgoing members have concluded their terms. Given that this is significant expenditure, will have a substantial impact on the future of our small town, I believe it is appropriate for the incoming council members to have the opportunity to weigh in on this decision. The next comment is from Daniel S. Conrad, and he's also speaking to the same item, 11B. Dear Mayor, City Council members, and City Administration, please accept this email as my 3 minutes of public comment for the upcoming May 6th City Council meeting. I am writing to respectfully ask the Council consider postponing any action item that authorize the expenditure of taxpayer dollars until the next regular meeting after our newly elected leaders have taken their oaths and assumed their seats at the dais. The voters overwhelmingly made a decision this election season, and that decisive mandate should set the tone for the remainder of this election cycle. Allowing our newly elected officials the opportunity to review and weigh in on these financial decisions ensures that the concerns of the majority of Kima are accurately represented before impactful projects and processes move forward. Taking this brief pause would be an honorable and prudent way to handle city business during this transition. It protects our municipal funds and ensures the incoming council can fully deliberate on the specific issues that residents have been so vocal about, namely the expansion of Kima, flood mitigation efforts, municipal transparency, communication, and the overall direction of our community. Thank you for your time, your service to the city, and your consideration of this request to honor the voice and direction of the constituents. We have no proclamations and presentations tonight, and next is mayor comments. I have a few. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I want to begin by recognizing our city election this past Saturday. We will be canvassing the results of that election here tonight, and we look forward to welcoming 2 new city council members who will be sworn in at our next meeting on May the 20th. The swearing in will take place at 3 p.m., followed by light refreshments and photos, and then the council meeting will begin at 4 o'clock. So I welcome Shalia Thorne, who spoke earlier, and I believe Bob is sitting next to her there. Is it Bob or Rob? Rob Rourke. Okay, well, welcome, both of you. I also want to thank all of our council members up here tonight for the service of our city, and would especially like to recognize Councilman Doug Meisinger and Councilman Isaac Saldana for their dedication and contributions. Your service has been much appreciated. This week is May 3rd through May 9th. We proudly recognize National Business Week. Kemah small businesses are the heart of our community and play a vital role in our local economy and our unique coastal character. May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. We encourage our community to continue supporting awareness, compassion, and resources that promote mental wellness for individuals and families. I also want to recognize a city employee, Joy Turner. Joy, raise your hand. She is our very own court clerk, and she just graduated from Purdue Global with her master's degree in legal studies. Congratulations, Joy. Let's see, looking ahead, we're excited to announce that this year's 4th of July parade, the theme will be Let Freedom Ring, Kemah style. We encourage everyone to participate and help make it a great 250th celebration for our country and a huge celebration, as always, for Kemah. And finally, as we approach this Sunday, I want to wish all mothers a very happy Mother's Day. Please take time to recognize and celebrate the important role they play in our lives. And next, we will proceed to City Council comments. Councilman Broadus.
Thanks for everybody coming out tonight. I just wanted to say thank you to Isaac and Doug. Learned a lot from you two fellows in the last 5 years, I guess it's been. So it's been a while. So hopefully y'all get to enjoy life and endeavors in the future. So much appreciated. So that's all I got.
Councilman Oliver.
Thanks for your service, Quitter. Just kidding.
I got tired.
Thank you both for your service. I'll echo what everybody else has said so already. It takes a lot of time and effort, and not everybody's always up for it. And y'all two have served the city for a long time, and I appreciate that effort from you both. So, thanks.
Councilman Meisinger.
Oh, me. I didn't think I was going to be here tonight, so I'm a little shocked. I actually said some goodbyes to a lot of people, and then I rolled back in, and nobody likes that guy. I get that. Yeah, it's 10 years in elected office for me between the other offices, and it was you get that you start to realize it's time, and I felt that a while ago, and I made the decision to not run for re-election quite a while ago. But while I don't think I'll miss the job, I'll miss the people. I don't think there's anybody I argued with more than that one down there. But we had some good. We'll lead down to that. We had some good ones over there, but I always thought the world of you, still do. That's always been my thing. I can sit up here and disagree with a lot of what happens here, but I can honestly say everybody sitting up here truly, truly wants what's best for Kemah. The problem is we don't always agree on what that is. But I've never questioned anybody's motives. I think they're a great group of people. I've enjoyed being up here with them. I'm really ready to set this thing down now and see what else. I tell people all the time I weighed $125 and didn't have any gray hair when I took this job. Look what this thing did to me. I'm just a mess right now. But enjoy the friendships. Those don't go away. look forward to not fighting with people quite so much. It should be nice. And then the last thing, and I've saved this for this, and people have asked me before, why don't you say anything about it? Robin, you've been pronouncing my name wrong for the entire time.
Tell me how to say it.
And I always thought, I'm gonna wait till my last meeting. to
You
just
should have told
tell
me
her.
earlier.
No, it's Meisinger, it's not Meisinger.
My
But-
singer,
There we go.
my singer.
All is good. Thanks, guys.
I'll try to do better.
Better
All
late
right,
than
are
never.
you finished?
That's it.
Councilman Wallace.
I'm gonna echo what Darren and Dustin said.
We call him Dustin.
I'm sorry, I'm still bullying you, Dustin. I want to thank Doug and Isaac for your leadership, but most of all, your friendship. You guys took me under your wings, and I really appreciate everything y'all done for me and for the city. I'm gonna miss you both. You're welcome. That's all.
Councilman Saldana.
Well, I've never been a fan of opening comments, you know this, but I'm gonna take my time today.
Okay.
First of all, Wiggins, I did send you that text, but I had to Mississippi it up so you could read it. I want to thank everybody up here, honestly, for serving with me. It's been a lot of fun. Actually, Doug, I'm gonna miss you too, buddy. I mean, we don't always agree for sure. We have had some colossal fights.
Yep.
But our pictures have always been awesome, and we've always had a good time, and that I'll miss. Really, truly, everybody has been awesome. Thank you. Robin, I've been doing this. I first got involved in Kima politics in 2008, and you are by far the best mayor we've ever had. You know, you've done it with grace. You stayed out of the fray. You know, you present our city well, and nobody's done it better. So I really appreciate that. I'll talk about a few things that we've accomplished while we're up here, and there's a reason why. One of the biggest, a few things that I've been in charge of or led. First one being fixing Kima Oaks drainage. Kima Oaks used to flood in the rain, you know, and then when Harvey came, I think something like 30 houses in Kima Oaks flooded, and I think that was avoidable. And at the time, it was pretty controversial for the city to go help them, but they didn't have the funds to do it, and we did it, and it was controversial, and people were mad about it. But now it doesn't flood anymore. Anders, you know, Anders has been talked about for decades. You know, it had been talked about. It was dangerous. It was hard to pass by. I took up the mantle on that and pushed it through. Did the whole song and pony dance with Wiggins over there, proving him wrong every time, and we finally got it done. And that probably got me on the billboard, but it was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do for the citizens, and I did it. And I stood up and I did what was right. And then there's you know, Evergreen. Same thing. Meritage was supposed to put that in. They didn't do it. We knew that would be a big a connector between 500 houses and apartments and our economy. So we did it. It wasn't popular. People were mad that we did it. We did it because it was the right thing to do. You know, go on to you know, the one-way circulator. You know, us three sat in how many meetings? Probably 18 meetings, and yeah. And we sat with I don't know, like a dozen traffic engineers over weeks because that was thrown on our lap, and we got it done. It wasn't popular. People were mad about it. I mean, we listened to actual traffic engineers, people that were educated in that field. But we had armchair traffic engineers in the city telling us that it wasn't the way it was supposed to be. You know, go figure that. It was gonna hurt people's business. You know, it was going to do this, it was going to do that. It was terrible. People going the wrong way, blah, 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 all this stuff. But yeah, we did the time. We put in the effort. We listened to the engineers. We did what we said was right, what they said was right. It wasn't easy. We took a lot of lumps for it, but we did it because it was the right thing to do. You know, closing 6th Street was actually part of that. You know, by the way, we won that lawsuit. We could close it today if we wanted to. It's not closed. But that was also told to us to do by the engineer, told us that was the right thing to do. The event center, it's not going to be easy to do. It's hard. And there's a ton of naysayers. And everybody in town knows better than you up here. Everybody. Ain't nobody done the work. Ain't nobody done the research. Do what you think is right for Kima. period, because it takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to do what's right. You know, and sometimes it's gonna make people mad. Another thing that I'm proud of that we did was for a long time, we pushed out the negativity. We pushed it out. And if you'll pay attention, that's when a lot of things got done. You know, we dealt with a lot of things here. We dealt with, you know, the building of the freeway, COVID. When we sat in remote meetings in COVID, it was hard. You know, hurricanes, I mean, so all that's hard to do. But we pushed out the negativity and we worked hard and we've got the right people in place. Caesar, chief, you know, I mean, that chief is probably one of the best hires we've ever done, because our police department has turned around and become this big shining star, you know, of our town. And these are things that, again, when you push out the negativity and you focus on what's right, the answers are clear. They're clear. You're not always going to make everybody happy. And there's a theme of what I'm saying, because it's to sit up here is hard to do. And it's hard to do the right thing. And when you do something right, you're going to piss half the people off. The problem in this town is some people have money and they have money they don't throw around and make you look bad. You have to sit up here and have the fortitude to do that. You two in that audience, you got to be able to sit up here and do that. It ain't easy, because I've been here long enough to know the playbook. The playbook doesn't change depending on who's up here, and the leopard doesn't change his spots. You two are going to be up here too, and you two are grounds for that. And the faster you learn that, the better off you are. And if you don't, good luck. The last thing I want to talk about is I'm going to step away. If you got a question, don't call me. I'm going to be enjoying the lake. You know, I'm not going to worry about this stuff. I called Dustin, Councilman Oliver, and asked him would he take the mantle on the special needs initiative. That's very important to me. He said he would. I asked him that if he would just, you know, think about Kylie whenever he was doing that. And he said he would, you know, and so I appreciate that. So anyway, don't forget the park.
You didn't warn me I was going to cry today.
No, I mean, Kylie's taking a liking to Dustin, and it was a selfish initiative for me to do that. But to make Kemah a better place for everybody is important. That's what we did with the park. The park's a big one, man. You know, the park was a dead deal. It was dead. You know, we did that back in 2009. We had already acquired the property, and it went away, and I was working hard at it back then, and then, you know, we got kicked off the KCDC at that time too. You ain't the only one that got kicked off KCDC over there, looking at your phone. We got kicked off too, you know, and we didn't cry about it. We got back when I took the mantle again. We took it right back up, and we pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. Now it's a great area for special needs for everybody. It's an all-inclusive park. Darren, thank you for taking that up. And we have a plan in place, and I'm real proud of that. So, and that's all I have to say. I appreciate the time. Almost 7 years. I didn't have 10 years elected, but I've been involved since 2008.
But it felt like
It did. Again, it's a hard job that a lot of people don't realize. So I appreciate everybody up here, and thank you.
Thank you both very much, and I'll miss you both. And you have a gift here. I'm not going to make you open it in front of everybody, and yours is on the way. Just a thank you.
Oh,
You got a gift, I got nothing.
Yours is on the
I'm
way.
kidding.
oh my goodness.
Would it help today?
It would have helped today, yes, because, yeah, I will swap out this one for that. Thank you very much. I do love my pocket knives.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
if you don't mind, I'd like to take one last picture with her.
Absolutely.
Everybody? I thought the photo op phase of my life was over.
No, we're gonna make you do it one more time.
Jerry, do you mind? Thank you.
Bags up there, my man. How we doing? You doing this order? All right, dude.
One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay. Thank you.
Under no guarantees.
Okay, next on the agenda. By the way, we had one person come in late, Glenn Gordy. Is he still here? Okay. Oh, you didn't want to sign up to speak, did you? Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure I didn't overlook you. All righty, moving on. It's the city administrator's report, so we'll turn it over to you, Caesar.
I want to take a point of personal privilege to say thank you both to Doug and to Isaac for your leadership. It's been about 15 months since I came on board, and it's been a up and down battle. And I know we don't always see eye to eye, but it was great serving under your leadership. And we know that this isn't goodbye. There's a lot of things that you guys have initiated and started that we hope to see through. So on behalf of the entire team, I just want to say thank you to both of you. We really appreciate that, and there's still a lot of work left to be done. I don't have anything to report specifically on the project. Just want to thank everybody for their patience as we continue to strive through some of the jobs we have to do. Thank you.
Next is reports from staff. Chief, do you have a department update?
I just want to echo everybody in here. You know, you two guys, if I could give you a badge, I would have given you one. Y'all been there for us and out in the community, you're very supportive. You always call in and saying the great things that, you know, my department are doing. You know how much I love my guys. So we're going to miss you. And if you need something, I'm going to be here for you. But thank you for being big supporters of the police department and back in the blue. Thank you.
And there's, Caesar, there's nothing on 9B, administrative staff report?
No, ma'am, unless any items want to be pulled for consideration or discussion.
Okay. Number 10 is consent agenda. Consideration and possible action, there's 3 items, A, B, and C. Consideration and possible action to approve Resolution 2026-19, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Kemah, Texas, supporting a no-wake zone in and around the Kemah Clear Lake area on June 26, 2026 during the Texas Outlaw Challenge. B, to approve the minutes of the 4/8/26 City Council special meeting. And 10C, to approve the minutes of the 4/15/2026 City Council regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Now, I do have one change to the minutes on April 15th, if that's okay.
Okay.
So do I need to move that to do it? Or are we going to just tell you what it is?
Just tell me.
It's on the sidewalks, the motion to go out for bid that failed for lack of second is credited to Darren, and that is my loss. Don't take a check out of the L column for me before I go. So I'm the one that made a motion that nobody seconded, not Darren. So
It's not the only L you're gonna get tonight.
that's not the only L I'll get tonight. Don't take any L's from me. I still got some more coming.
Councilman Broadus, would you like to amend your motion?
Yes. So moved.
Second.
With Doug's correction on the minutes from 4/15/26.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Darren Broadus, a second by Councilman Isaac Saldana. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried. Number 11A, consideration and possible action to approve Resolution 2026-20, a resolution in order canvassing the returns and declaring the results of the city officers' general election of the City of Kemah, Texas, held on May 2nd, 2026. The general election, council position 1, Shalia Thorne, 141 votes. Sean Williamson, 88 votes. Council position number 3, Darren Broadus, 125 votes. Council position 5, Rob O. Rourke, 138 votes. Isaac Saldana, 86 votes. Do we have a motion?
I will make a motion to approve Resolution 2620.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Doug Meisinger.
Second.
And we have a second by Councilman Dustin Oliver. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 11B, consideration and possible action to approve Resolution 2026-21, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Kemah, Texas, approving the expenditure of funds not to exceed $50,000 for the third-party financial and legal reviews of the Kemah Event Center.
I'll make a motion to pass the resolution.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Councilman Isaac Saldana and a second by Councilman Darren Broadus. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay. There it is. There it is.
Councilman
It's on brand, man. I mean.
Doug Meisinger voted nay. The rest voted affirmative. Motion carries. 11C, consideration of fee waiver for the use of the Kima Community Center by Cord LLC, DBA Kima Crisis on Saturday, July 18th, 2026.
I'll
Any
make a motion to
questions or
waive it.
discussions?
I'll make a motion to waive it.
Second.
So we have a motion by Councilman Isaac Saldana, a second by Councilman Dustin Oliver. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 11D, consideration and possible action to award the contracts for RFQ 2026-03 for the Associate Municipal Court Judges. I believe we have all the judges here. We have Judge Miles Whittington. And do you want to step to the podium? Does anyone have any questions or discussion?
I guess, Judge, you're good with these three associate judges?
Yes, I am. Mr. Barfield is not here. Judge Monks is in the principal spot. Working with all
So it would be Judge Gerald Pat Monks and Judge Julie Escalante? Okay. Any other questions or comments?
That's for Barfield as well.
Yes, it's for all three.
Right, but he's just not here. I was introducing them, I'm sorry.
Well, if the judge is good, I'll make a motion to approve and award the contracts for RFQ 2026-03 for associate municipal court judges.
Second.
So I have a motion by Councilman Dustin Oliver and a second by Doug Meisinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We do not have
Thank
an
you, Judge.
executive closed session tonight, so.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Huh? Yes, thank you. If there's no more comments or anything, I'll move to adjourn. Adjourn at 4:38 PM.
Talk with me, record time for your life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you back. Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay.
That is very nice of you. Again,